So what do motivational interviewing and horses have in common? Good question. Sometimes in trainings, Mint members will use this Monty Roberts training clip, which is essentially motivational interviewing, the spirit of MI in action through this horse whisperer, Monty Roberts, who is training a wild Mustang and he brings the horse into a round pen. And his goal is to get this horse, who's really wild horse, fresh from the fields, from its first halter to its first saddle and rider in just under 22 minutes. It's really quite a clip to watch. Essentially what we're seeing, this MI spirit in action, is this process of partnership and guiding the horse through this process of change. And one of my favorite quotes from the video is when Monty Roberts says, there is no such thing as teaching, only learning. And I really love this quote because it is so true to me, to what we are doing with clients in this change process. He continues, if you are a teacher, you have to create an environment in which your student can learn. You can't take knowledge and push it into a brain. The brain has to want to pull it in. And I think of this important concept in my work with clients and even just, for instance, my children. If I have something that I want them to get, if I try to push it into a closed brain, it just bounces right off. The resistance is there. But what our task is to create this environment where their brain wants to pull it in. This environment is the relationship and the safety of the relationship and their willingness to want to seek change, to want to seek new information. So I love to conceptualize a part of what we are doing using MI as this process of creating an environment where the brain of our clients is going to want to pull in information and be ready for change. I was recently talking with someone who told me about the Latin root of the word educate, educar, educari. And the definition, I looked it up, is educare is to nourish, to bring up, and educare is to lead, to draw forth, and to come out. I just think it's so delightful that this is essentially what we are doing when we are working with others, is we are drawing forth, drawing out, and we are nourishing those good qualities as we are ushering them and working with them to support them in their change process.